Alright, how we the folks are Bull, Marks on Tuesday 5 numbers after the name, a little Wasteland Wednesday action right here, a little murder game, a little, oh my goodness, we almost got to them 30 kills, but instead we just went for a brutal, I believe. I'm actually very curious to see what I end up with in this game, because I'm not 100% sure. Like the time, I knew I got like at least a brutal, like I think I remember seeing that medal. I don't know what happened after that. I know I got like slightly popped a little bit after that, man. On the Gustav cannon, I want to talk a little bit about the Gustav cannon, man, before we get on this mean streak. I've changed completely how I play Gustav cannon, man. I've evolved so much into how I play it, and I thoroughly enjoy the way I play it now, which isn't necessarily with a shotgun. I believe I might be doing a challenge at this point is why I'm rocking it. But it's close enough, right? I use a submachine gun. So I used to be top of the Gustav kind of guy. That is literally the only place I played at was the top of the Gustav. Never moved from it. I was pretty good. You come to me, or I'll just like shoot you away. Mainly with an FG42, sometimes with an M1 Garand. Didn't really snipe, but that was kind of what I was doing, you know, because I realized very early on that the Gustav, man, covers everything, covers a lot of sense of gravity. I get to see a lot of things. We'll put in some serious work over here. Now, what I've changed to is a complete ghost class. It's the only ghost class I have. It is utter ghost submachine gun with a suppressor on it. Now that we're able to do that, I actually like take advantage of that. I was like, all right, hold up. So I could be completely off the grid, off the map. You can't see me. I'm gonna run around over here and I literally just go from spawn to spawn and sneak up behind people, literally outshoot them, but like really close up. And I try to keep my gameplay or my combat situations in this game very, 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 very close up on Gustav cannon. I feel like I got the advantage on that, man, because a lot of people are expecting these longer fights with these long lines of sight, and I'm like, nah, like that's not something I'm about to do. Like I'm gonna put in that work right here in your face. You know what I'm saying? Also, while I see over here that I managed to scoop up an LMG over here, man, LMGs in this game are nice. They are nice, man. So I got all my diamond out assault rifles, right? That's kind of really the only ones I was really interested in because I mainly use assault rifles. So I got that. I got those all blanked out. Those are all set. Then I started with the submachine gun. I got the PPSH. I got the MP40, which are the two submachine guns I use the most. And now I'm working on the grease gun, but honestly, I've kind of hit a stopping point. Like, it's a little bit difficult for me to keep getting headshots with it. I mainly use it in war. I don't like the grease gun either, so that doesn't help the cause in terms of that. So take all that into account over there. But I guess I'm still officially working on the grease gun, even though I'm kind of using the intro now a lot too. But that one's a little bit difficult. I've had a little bit difficult to get headshots even with that gun. But we had some contracts over here a few weeks ago that like had us use LMGs. And I had not used them. I knew that they were solid, but I just hadn't used them. Nothing really against them. I just hadn't touched them. And we had to use the LMGs just for like mountain and stuff like that. I used those a lot in war for like that span. And they were dope, man. Like I was thoroughly impressed by the work that they put in, man. There's a couple things about it, man. I mean, sure, shooting from long range and the stability and the amount of bullets, that's all cool. I'm all in favor of that. But the hip fire, the fact that you could kind of pick them up a little bit quicker than I thought, you know, like even without quick draw, you could kind of scoop these things up a little bit quicker than I thought would be possible, and that honestly maybe should be possible. I was kind of like surprised that that was kind of a thing. And the damage output towards them and just the quick rate of fire, like they are very viable weapons. And I kind of thought about making myself a light machine gun class, even to use in some certain instances. I just couldn't figure out 100% what those instances are, but maybe in a in a game like I'm getting thrown off by the message over here. It's probably some hateful message, I'm not gonna lie. Something along the lines of, yo, why you camping, you cheating, yo, way to like try hard, that kind of deal. My man's dead already. Okay, guess I can't kill you again, man, if you're dead already. So I've thought about it, but I just don't really know. Honestly, Gustav, if I was still staying on top of the Gustav, might be the best place for me to use some LMGs. Maybe pretty much just kind of thinking anywhere that I would use an assault rifle, I could kind of use an LMG, or I could at least get away with. But at the same time, I was like, I'm probably better off with the LMG anyway. I also thought about like different modes, maybe like a domination or something. If you're looking over a B point or something like that, might be a better place to use it. So there's some options out there, but I haven't really figured it out. War is definitely like a plus, I think, for an LMG. And that is one where I've really considered making a class to use over there in war. And put in that serious work. But I was pleasantly surprised by the LMGs in this game, man. If you haven't given them a shot, give them a shot. Honestly, I was so surprised that I thought about kind of shifting over from the headshot challenges over to LMGs. And I was like, yo, I might be able to get these LMGs like a lot quicker before I get the SMGs. I don't know if they have high caliber now off the top of my head on the LMG classes. I kind of have to look at that. I don't really know if they do or don't. But they don't, unfortunately, in the submachine gun classes, and that's all right. But it comes in handy sometimes to have that high caliber. All right, we got the brutal. I don't know if I get another kill after this. That's 26. That's 26 right there. Where do we go from here, Marcos? I know I get clapped pretty soon after here, man, because I don't get to the damn nuke. I was so disappointed over here, man. And I'm looking. This is a TDM game, so I also know that the game's kind of wrap up. I have basically 8 kills right now to try to get a couple one. So that's 27. And I'm looking, I'm like, come on, man, forget it. Oh, no! Well, if we would have killed that guy, would have been 2 away. Oh, no! So mean! Why would you do that, man? Come on, man! That was one of the few, like, one-on-one gunfights I got to, like, the whole game. Now, a lot of them were up from, and the ball turret got a ban, but sometimes it's good to get lucky, man. I mean, what can we say? I've considered, too, sometimes just using the requisitions and kind of using that to like be like my streaks, like get the big streaks or something along those lines. I always forget to change the streaks though, man. That's mainly the main reason why I don't really use requisitions, because I would have to make a class for it, which I think I do now. I use it sometimes on Dom, but I'd have to change my streaks to the big streaks, and I remember to change them back to the smaller streaks and vice versa, and I never do that, man, which is why we should have streaks along with the classes. Bring it back. Come on, Black Ops 4, yo. If they just tease Black Ops 4 and they're like, yo, man, we got perks, and we also are going to allow you to put, like, the streaks with the classes. And that's it. That's all they say. I'll be down. Murder game.